Richard Trenton Chase, May 23, 1950 to December 26, 1980, left an indelible mark on criminal history as an American serial killer, cannibal, and necrophile, terrorizing Sacramento, California, from December 1977 to January 1978. Dubbed the Vampire of Sacramento for his macabre acts of drinking victims' blood and cannibalizing their remains, Chase's life was punctuated by pivotal events that foreshadowed the darkness that unfolded. Born in Sacramento, California, Chase's early years were marked by ominous signs. By the tender age of 5, he displayed traits aligning with the notorious McDonald triad, a theory linking violent psychopathy development. As adolescence gripped him, Chase delved into heavy drug use, laying the foundation for a troubled existence. Matured, yet plagued by hypochondria, Chase's distorted reality manifested in alarming ways. Convinced his heart would intermittently cease, he grappled with bizarre beliefs, such as the notion that his cranial bones were in constant motion. Seeking a peculiar remedy, he shaved his head to observe this perceived activity. Chase's mental health deteriorated, leading to a brief stint in a psychiatric ward in 1973. The turning point came in 1976 when, involuntarily committed to a mental institution, he injected rabbit's blood into his veins. Dubbed Dracula by staff due to his blood fixation, he broke the necks of birds, drinking their blood, and pilfered syringes to extract blood from therapy dogs. Diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, Chase underwent extensive psychotropic treatments. Despite his alarming actions, he was released to his mother's custody in 1976 after being deemed no longer a societal threat. Unmedicated and living independently, Chase's disturbing tendencies escalated. In mid-1977, a chilling incident unfolded on a Pyramid Lake, Nevada, reservation, where Chase was arrested with his body smeared in blood. Though the blood was determined to be from cows and no charges were filed, it marked a foreboding glimpse into the horrors that would later unfold in the chilling chronicles of the Vampire of Sacramento. On December 29, 1977, the ominous journey of Richard Trenton Chase into infamy commenced with the cold-blooded killing of his first known victim, Ambrose Griffin, a 51-year-old engineer and father of 2, in a chilling drive-by shooting. Just a fortnight later, Chase's escalating malevolence manifested as he attempted to invade a woman's home. His distorted rationale dictated that locked doors signaled an unwelcome atmosphere, while unlocked doors extended an invitation. In a sinister episode, he was thwarted by a returning couple, caught in the act of pilfering their belongings, and infamously defiling their infant child's bed and clothing. January 23, 1978, stands as a harrowing date in the annals of Chase's atrocities. Breaking into a residence, he subjected Teresa Wallen, 3 months pregnant, to unspeakable horrors. After shooting her 3 times, he engaged in necrophilic acts, stabbed her with a butcher's knife, removed organs, severed a nipple, and drank her blood. His depravity reached a macabre crescendo as he stuffed dog feces from the victim's yard down her throat before departing. Just 4 days later, on January 27, Chase invaded the home of 38-year-old Evelyn Miroth. The unfolding nightmare claimed the lives of Miroth, her 6-year-old son Jason, and her 22-month-old nephew David Ferreira. After shooting her friend, Danny Meredith, with a .22 handgun, Chase descended into the depths of depravity, mutilating Miroth, engaging in necrophilia, and committing cannibalism. Fleeing the scene in Meredith's car with Ferreira's lifeless body, Chase left behind a ghastly tableau. The police, alerted by a visitor, discovered Chase's handprints and shoe imprints in Miroth's blood, leading to his swift arrest. A subsequent search of Chase's apartment revealed a grisly scene: blood-soaked walls, floor, ceiling, refrigerator, and every eating and drinking utensil bore witness to the unspeakable horrors that unfolded within the abode of the Vampire of Sacramento. In 1979, the ominous climax of Richard Trenton Chase's descent into darkness unfolded as he faced trial on 6 counts of murder. The defense, strategically maneuvering to spare him from the death penalty, sought a conviction on second-degree murder charges, proposing a life sentence. Central to their argument was Chase's history of mental illness, emphasizing that his heinous acts were not premeditated. May 8, 1979, marked a pivotal moment as the jury rendered a verdict, guilty on all 6 counts of first-degree murder. Rejecting the plea of not guilty by reason of insanity, they condemned Chase to death in the gas chamber. His fellow inmates, well aware of the grisly nature of his crimes, harbored deep fears of him. Prison officials noted their attempts to persuade Chase to take his own life, a testament to the terror he instilled. In a chilling series of interviews with Robert K. Ressler, Chase unraveled a distorted narrative. He spoke of his irrational fears involving Nazis and UFOs, claiming that his killings were a survival necessity, an act anyone would commit. Chase bizarrely requested access to a radar gun to apprehend Nazi UFOs, envisioning a trial for their murderous deeds. As a bizarre offering, he handed Ressler a hoarded stash of macaroni and cheese, convinced that prison officials conspired with Nazis to poison him. The nightmarish saga concluded on December 26, 1980, when Chase was discovered lifeless in his prison cell. An autopsy unveiled the grim reality: he had taken his own life through a fatal overdose of prescribed medications.